How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Old School Weekly Recap. Let's take a look back at the past 7 days. This week's game update featured the 2018 Christmas event. You can start the event by talking to the Duke upstairs in Lumbridge Castle, and completing the event will unlock a new costume as well as previous Christmas holiday items which you might not have unlocked in previous years. Outside of this year's Christmas event, there were just a few other minor changes. The details can be found in the news post linked in the description. Earlier on this week, the team released a progress blog for the Kebos Lowlands update. This was a really big blog with lots of interesting insight into more than just the content being created. The team talk about how the project has been structured, what responsibilities different members of the team have had, and lots more under the hood kind of info. But of course, there was also plenty of information about the content to sink your teeth into. Throughout the blog, there were plenty of animations being shown off, new screenshots which we haven't before seen, including this animation of the alchemical Hydra. Mod Kieran went on to talk about some of the key rules followed when designing new bosses. To name just a few, he aims to give the player options to improve their odds in the face of every challenge. He likes to limit downtime during the fight, and he aims to make sure that the fight doesn't get easier as it goes on. He went on to give a little bit of insight into the progress made on the farming guild, with a shout out to Mod Risework and a screenshot of an area within the guild. A mention was also given to Mod Ed's work on the 2 new quests coming with the Lowlands, stating that both of the quests are now finished in terms of development. All that remains is plugging in the graphics and audio and then testing. And also mentioned at the end of the blog, 2 competitions are being run to celebrate the launch of the Lowlands. A login screen competition and a video competition. If you fancy trying your hand at making a fitting login screen, you can find the details in the blog post and must submit your design by January the 3rd. The video competition is looking for someone to put together a story so far video for Current. If you think you have what it takes, give it a shot and have your submission in by January 3rd. This Saturday is the Deadman Winter Finals. All week we've watched as the top Deadman players have grinded and fought for the top stats and gear, and on Saturday we're going to watch as they come together and fight for the $20,000 grand prize. On stage at the ESL studio will be MMORPG RS, Fool's Justice, Boaty and Manked. Tune in at 7 PM GMT over on twitch.tv/oldschoolrs to watch the event unfold. And of course, immediately following the conclusion of the event, the spring season will begin. So get your plans ready, get a stack of bottles next to your desk, and don't miss the start of the new season. Now, Christmas is just around the corner, and the RuneScape merch store has just stocked up on the perfect gift. The classic soundtrack and orchestral collection are now available on vinyl. Also, you can win yourself a copy of either by entering the Twitter competition. All you have to do is retweet the tweet linked in the description. And to finish off this week's recap, let's take a look at the community spotlight. On this week's Q&A, Mod Ayiza announced that he's leaving the Old School team and Jagex. He spoke about his reasons on the Q&A, and he even made a 15-minute video talking about the decision on his YouTube channel. It goes without saying that Mod Ayiza has had an enormous impact in his time on the Old School team, and he is going to be sorely missed. So for this week's spotlight, I would like to highlight just a few of the heartwarming posts that came up on Reddit following the announcement as a farewell. The subreddit was immediately overrun with various posts insisting that Ayiza leaving wasn't polled, or petitioning Jagex to move the HQ closer to Ayiza's house. Of course, the usual low quality memes and even depictions of the ideal Jagex moderator. If you are interested in keeping up with Ayiza, you can find a link to the video where he discusses his decision as well as his Twitter account in the description. Anyway, that is all for this week. Thank you all for watching, have a great week, and I will see you next Friday.